My name is Peter. I'm one of the guest service managers at the Marriott. From this training, I learned a lot about purpose, having a purpose for life, having a purpose to pursue his work, and which helps you achieve your personal goals and your team goals, which is a great training for me, and I'm hoping to implement this in my life and go to the next level. Tony was very well presented actually. It made it very simple to us to understand. It's more like a real trainer, and we pretty much absorbed everything he told us. And it's funny how we feel how easy it can be to go to the next level. If just simply put in the extra effort and time for it.
When we look at highly successful individuals, what we tend to find is a peak performance coach behind them, giving them the strategies, giving them the know-how, giving them the encouragement and support they need so that they can reach their performance. They can reach their performance at the highest level. So that's why coaching was born. Okay? Because we tend to not hold ourselves to a consistent high standard, but when we have someone else batting on our team, holding us to a standard, we tend to perform really well and over a consistent period of time. Peak performance is all about getting enough energy into your day, into your body, so that you can start accomplishing the things that you set your mind to accomplish. What's the point of saying, look, I've got X, Y, Z things to do if you don't have the energy or the desire to do it? What's the point? So a peak performer has the strategy and the know-how to keep and maintain a very high level of energy and engagement in what they do. There are 3 reasons that's stopping you from getting what you want done during the day. 3 reasons. First of all, you're not completely clear about your result or your outcome. Second, you don't know the reason you're doing it. Okay, you don't ask that question why you're doing it. Okay, that's what gets you emotionally involved, engaged. And then thirdly, you don't have a step-by-step plan. Meet with manager and expand customer reach by 15% and get it approved. Is that clear? Is it specific? Very. So, this then becomes what we call the target. So regardless of the demands that come upon us during the day, it really doesn't matter. Okay? What does matter is that we have just 1 or 2 targets, and whatever we do, we focus on that target to make it a reality. Okay? Clarity. 15% is very specific, isn't it? It's not just saying we just want to increase our customer reach. No, we want to do it by 15%. So let's be clear about it. And also, we'd like to get it approved by our manager, because we want to get better, we want to become the best. When someone has a carefully crafted mission statement, something very magical happens. Very magical. And I've seen this myself. People start to trust you more. People start to engage with you more. People start to follow you more. You become a leader, not a follower. As far as a team is concerned, extremely important. Very important that there is an end point, there's a destination of what we're trying to hit, what we're trying to achieve. The body affects the mind. Have you heard that before? Yeah, the body affects the mind. So the more we work out, the more we are releasing these positive endorphins, the more positive emotions we have. Not only does it affect physiology, but it affects our what? Our mindset, our mind, right? So all that negativity, the stuff that's gripping us during the day, most of it goes by the wayside because we have conditioned our body to be strong. Now, what that does is it tends to make us more resourceful. Okay, and when we spoke about being more resourceful, we have more inner energy, we have more inner enthusiasm. Okay, and it gets projected when we talk to people. People feel it from us. How important is presence with business dealings and with customers? Anyone? Really important. What if we muck it up? What if we're not completely present with someone? What can it mean? Tony is my name. How are you?
Very well, thanks, Tony.
Nice to meet you. Good. So tell me about the most exciting day you've ever had at work. Now, the second that we substitute the attention of someone else to something else around us, it might be our phone, it might be someone else walking by, if they sense it, they feel disinterested, this guy doesn't care about me, and it loses trust. It's another big one. Now, the more people that we come up against and especially when we need to influence decisions and influence someone for a positive outcome, if we're not hitting that target consistently, there's no chance of becoming a peak performer. We have to be in a position, and in fact, there's no way in the world you'd be sitting here if you guys didn't have a measure of influence. But there are ways to make it even better and even more powerful. If we need to say something, what's the tendency that we have? That we want to what? We want to go first. We want to tell people what we have on our minds first, okay? But they might have a problem with us or the business or something else, okay? But then we've got something that we want to tell them too, so who goes first? Well, according to this principle, and it's been working for decades now, if we can just put the brakes on and say, you know what, I'm just going to seek to understand this person first, then I'm going to try and get him to understand me. Psychology all has to do with our mind. It's where our intentions are, our view of success, our values, our beliefs. When we set our intentions, they all come here under our psychology. Okay? Now, it drives all your success. Your psychology about yourself and about the people around you, okay, will drive your success. Okay, this is another very powerful area.
What I really liked about him, he really comes up to the point. It's not a vague idea, it's more of a straight, okay, this is what you should be really focusing on. And the way he said the psychology is actually, and actually he showed it to us, that it is always a drag and pull game. So psychology is trying to drag you off and you're pulling back. The way he presented actually really hit me, that yes, this is what I actually deal with too, and that's where I'm losing and that's where I need to work on.
The main thing I learned today is about the effectiveness. All the time till now is to think like, the time's the only factor which affects my effectiveness, but the few things he explained me today now start making me think about the other stuff which influence my effectiveness. And the next thing is the psychology which he told us today. And I know what psychology is, but I never thought that's one thing which affects my job in this way. I thought that my job is pretty straightforward, to just to run an event or run a restaurant or something like that, but it's different, the psychology things which affects me and my staff in. So those are the two things that started making me think. Tony's presentation was pretty good, pretty clear. The goals are pretty clear, what you want to express, they're pretty straightforward. There's nothing too much of drama, or you can understand what he wants to express, and the message is pretty clear in his one. It's pretty good. Yeah, look, I thought the seminar was very good. There's some key takeaways for me. I think for future analysis is getting into effectiveness a little bit more, and how the RPM works, and taking that under my wing, and also a little bit more about purpose, and probably the other big one is presence. I tend to be listening to people but not listening, and I think that's something that I can explore further. So I thought Tony's presentation was very good. I thought he was very interactive, and he included everyone in the forum, which I thought was well balanced.